Hi, welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, sad to say, we had to say goodbye to Wayne and Paul and Robi, and they are off to Manila. When they came, hadn't really intended to come down and visit with us in Burgos, but as we went up there, we drove up there and we drove up and saw them at the Ice Bear, and brought them back on the same day, and they spent the night. And then Sunday they did our Sunday driving job with us, and they were happy to have done that, because that's a great experience. You see all of those kids and happy smiling faces. How bad can that be? Anyway, they they had a lot of attention, the boys did anyway, because Talatlik and Maria Teresa were going a little bit gaga. Well, actually not a little bit gaga, they were going a lot gaga, as you'll see on one of the fun videos that we made of the two of them acting like I don't know, 8-year-olds. So anyway, we all had fun about that, and they too let me explain why there should be such a flying visit. Well, Wayne left his wife, who wasn't feeling that great, not when she realized that she could go on a shopping trip around Manila, while Wayne did his flying visit to come over and see us. He came over and he delivered special delivery, hand in hand, from Scott P. And Scott P was someone that a friend and colleague that Wayne had actually showed one of our videos, and he showed one of our videos of one of the, well, every one of the houses that we replace are very poor, but anyway, one of them touched Scott, and he sent us $350. That's $350 US. And the way that it turned out, that while he was giving us the gift from Scott, he actually gave us $800 from himself. So we've looked at that, and we've done a video on the battered wife. Sorry for the emotive, no, I'm not sorry for the emotive title, because that was the situation. That's what motivated us, especially to go and look at the house and realize that among other things, the house was something that was a huge challenge. It's like most of the houses that we replace, it was pitiful. So we're replacing that, and Wayne had said that we could use the 800 for anything that we wanted. Our first thought was that we could use it on the road, because we are underfunded on the road, and we really need another 13 meters of concrete to go in there, and we're kind of strapped on that. But when we thought about the battered wife and we added up, it doesn't take much calculation, does it? 800 and 350, it makes you realize that it's damn near close to being able to do the whole house for the battered wife. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give that 800 over onto Scott's 350. Between the two guys, Scott and Wayne, we're going to build that house, and we're hoping to start that next week. Surprisingly, when we went round today, there was some wood there that could be used for the framing. So that was good news, because any wood that we can save on will go to the next house, and that's always a plus. So Wayne coming over on his own and bringing Paul and Robi, who were they were nephews of his wife, and it kind of gets back to the old thing of how when I used to ride the bike, I used to ride the motorcycle down to Taliban, or wherever I rode, down to the hardware store to get stuff, all that kind of stuff, you know. Beth always used to send somebody with me. I never travelled alone, so it usually fell down to Taliklik. So Taliklik and I spent a lot of time going to and fro on the motorcycle, because Filipinos don't like to travel alone, and they don't like to see their loved ones travelling alone. So the idea of Paul and Robi coming along was to make sure that Wayne was okay. And you need to be able to understand the Philippine culture to be able to understand that. So he came over with his 2 bodyguards, and we had a great time. We had thought that we could make it so that they stayed until Wednesday, which we would love to have done, because then they could come over and see the house that they will be replacing, funding the replacing on, and they could see it up close. And then we could have showed them the house of the unfaithful husband, and we could have introduced them to Michael, the diabetic boy, and we'd have showed them a lot of other things in that couple of days that we would have stolen. So why did that fall through? Well, Paul and Robi have jobs, and while they would love to have stayed, and certainly swore that they will be back and they'll be welcome, strong lads, and they can come back and we'll find something for them to do, won't we? They'll have to bring their work boots, I think. Though I don't know which one. I know that Beth said that one of them was a nurse, so that was another extra, that was another plus for sending on Wayne's wife's part, that she sent them with Wayne, because it's another little bit of insurance, isn't it? So that's what happened. If Wayne's wife is actually looking in on this, I hope that she had a great shopping trip. And I'm sorry that the 3 of them couldn't be released from their work and other obligations to come and stay with us. And maybe next time Wayne will come with his wife and we'll have a great time. So that's the thing. Wayne is another one with a very interesting life. He was a sheriff. He started life off in a farming community. He lived on a farm. He went to the city. He drove a truck for a long time, all over the country, a little bit like our friend Philip. And he was a sheriff for a while. Then he went back, I think, to, not sure of the chronological order of all of this, but he went back, was a truck driver, and then he used money that he'd saved, and he started his own trucking company. I think he had quite a large operation at one time, 9 or 10, I think it was 9 trucks that were all driven obviously by drivers all over the country. And they had a contract with the government for taking water that had, I guess they call it dirty water, and they took that to purifying centres, and then that facility was closed down, and so a great deal of work went out the bottom. And so now I believe Wayne's running a small company of about 3 trucks. So he just sits there and gets everything organised, pulls in the jobs, and makes sure that the trucks are all working properly. So that's what he's employed in doing right now, and he's going back, and we are under promise from him that he will show our video to a lot of people. He said, I don't comment very often, very seldom. He said, but I do share your videos. I show them to people, and he said, I hope that will bring in a lot of support, and we feel that it will. That's why we ask you to, if you find something which which I don't know, stirs your emotions, then show it to someone else who is of like mind, who may also have their emotions stirred. So this has been a little update, and we're looking probably at a battery which is about to go flat, so it's a good time to end. Thanks for looking in. This is A Foreigner in the Philippines. As I say, please like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos. It's been producing some really good results lately that people are sharing. We've had a very sharp increase in the number of subscribers as we reach more people, and then we're able to help more, and that's the object of our mission. Thanks for looking in. This is A Foreigner in the Philippines. Bye for now.